farmers, and of course, we would bring everybody under that umbrella. So far, every time we go out, we see no less than 300 farmers, and we have been impacting the farming community in a serious way, right? So I hope that answers your question, sir.
Can I go?
I think I
Want
was
to
the
ask
next.
you that is involved. Can you give me a chance? Um, if I could want to ask-
Yeah, I break up. I am the one. You're breaking up. You're breaking
Can you
up
hear me now?
badly.
Oh, all right,
No.
somebody else go until I get better signal.
All right. Who next? Because I stepped away. Empress, you asked already?
No.
Can I go?
Olympic, wait, go, because I can't unmute. Munchie, I'm gonna drop myself and come back on another phone because it has the thingy pad and it's frozen. So let me
Okay.
go.
Small cattle farmer trying to grow the business, but I was told that the tags for the cows, you guys don't have it available. Is that a fact, or what is the issue with that?
Good question. Very good question.
All right, so let me answer your question, and thank you, sir, for welcoming me. We off the bat we do have tags, but from time to time the tags run out, right? Now let me just clarify so we all understand. Tagging is not really RADA's mandate; it is the veterinary division. You see what happened? Many a times people complain about RADA, but some of the things are not, they don't belong to RADA. So in terms of tagging, we help with the tagging, but it's really it's owned by the veterinary division under the Ministry of Agriculture. But because RADA has a wide reach with farmers, we help with the tagging. So yes, there was a shortage of tags. There is tag in now. It's just this week we had a meeting with the veterinary division, and you will hear very shortly, maybe just after Dembe, every week will be out, because we know there's a challenge in Manchester, there's a challenge in St. Elizabeth, and we know that there's a small challenge in Westmoreland and also in Clarendon. But St. Elizabeth is the largest cattle producing parish in Jamaica. So we want to target, because it's back to school time and farmers would sell a cattle to send their children back to school. I want to make sure that that is done. And with the introduction of the new Agriculture Produce Act, we know that the police is out there, the Agriculture Protection Branch, and we're happy for that, because what happens is that a man just can't walk up and thief a man cow anymore like that. So, you know, they are out there, and there's a pressure on the system for everybody to get their animal tags. Since then, you will hear some easement in the system regarding the tagging of animals. So listen out for that, because that will be announced. It should have been announced from this week, but you'll get that announcement out there very soon, right? I can't say much about it. I have to wait on my minister to speak of it, because he leads the charge. All right.
Yes. Yeah,
so,
but let me just say something. And I noticed you said you guys take it up, but it need to be mandatory, where both RADA and the veterinarian section has that coordination, so we can get the things done properly, especially when you have young animals born, right? So I'll wait on that. But let me move to another thing. In the parish of Hano, on Westmoreland, I would like to also go into pine farming, right?
excellent.
In terms of the cost for the plowing and stuff like that, what can the government or through RADA get some more leverage for us?
Look here.
I'm just gonna finish my questions and then.
What do you mean by leverage? I don't understand.
Cost for plowing.
Okay.
Cost for plowing.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let me make another recommendation. A suggestion. Can the post offices in the rural areas be a distribution points for farmers when you guys, when the RADA is distributing whether the different products whether it is the fertilizer or stuff like that, rather than people have to drive to the RADA office to do it. And most of the people don't get the right benefit that they should, because they don't have vehicle or stuff like that to move them as they ought to.
That's a good idea. We could look at that for the post office.
Just a minute. Can I say something, please?
Wait, let me finish. Let me finish, and then I'm just finishing up, and then let him answer. Right? My last question. Okay. Yes, sir. I'll take it there. If you can answer the second one, which is the distribution.
Yeah. So the distribution, what the suggestion you made is a good idea. I can always sit with my team, and work out and see. Adding another mechanism for distribution is always good, because we want to get stuff in the hands of the farmers. So of course I wrote your suggestion down. I won't tell you yes, because remember, these are government assets, and I have to work out to make sure that we handle them in the proper way. The other thing about the pineapple in terms of cultivation, excellent. I would say to you, go right ahead. The other crop that I recommend for you is papaya. I would say to you, papaya is also a good crop that you can invest in Westmoreland. It grows well there. Westmoreland now, I just recently coming out of the hurricane with money that the government would have given to RADA. All RADA office now do have a tractor. Every office do own a tractor. Westmoreland has 2 down there, 2 tractors.
That sounds great, because earlier in the year I was checking that.
Right. The only problem that we have, a few of these tractors, we are awaiting because of the whole war. Some of the plows did not come, and we are awaiting. Some of them are stuck in waters out there, all kind of different logistic problems. But we're using our old plow. So I'm being very honest with everybody on the platform here. So I don't want to hear next thing, I hear misleading things out there. But so I'm being very, very honest with you. So these would be new plows. But what we do in the instant is that we use our older plows, so that those ones that are still on the waters coming, they have not impacted our ability to plow lands, right? So we are actively engaged in farmers to plow. You can go to your Westmoreland office, sign up for the plowing program, and get your land plow. Do you have operators training opportunities? The companies who will buy these equipment from, they offer the training for all our operators and the servicing. The other thing I must say to you is that, of course, as long as you are going to go in your pineapple, make sure that you reach out to your RADA extension officer and make sure that you get the necessary guidance, because your land preparation will be important to have a successful crop.
Okay, thank you. And I know you guys.
Olympic, give somebody else a chance, no, man. Because
Bridget, I'm a farmer, man. Just relax, man.
I see. 1 second, sir. 1 second.
Call him private.
1 second. I see somebody say that I'm on a waiting list for 2 years in Westmoreland. Sir, I gave you the RADA WhatsApp number. Just use it, and Monday I'll have my executive team. Because this is what I do. When I go out and speak and people say I'm waiting so long, I give this number, and this number, I have my executive team who gets the information, and I try to work on it as best as possible. I get personal with these things. So the person who's saying plumber, just use the WhatsApp number on Monday week. I'll try to solve it as best as I can into the following week.
All right, hold on. Olympic, me know you're burning, but remember you can reach out to Mr. Whatever his name is privately and get your questions done. Remember, we have a lot of persons. We have Empress here want something, and we have Sparrow want to ask a question. So give those people a chance. And we don't want to ask a question too. So give them a chance. It could be, I don't know, if you want to go there your feelings and come down, that's fine. But Empress, go ahead. After Empress, we have who was there? Winner probably was there too.
I was here for a while. So
yeah. So
I come
all
from
right, go ahead.
I was there before Mr. Winner.
All right, we want to take it. I don't want to take it.
Can I quickly just go? I just want to clear the air of a lot of things that's been going lately in and around the news, Mr. CEO. Thank you for coming here and to ask questions, taking time out of your weekend schedule, your holiday to do this. We appreciate it. All right. So my question is, I'd like for you to shed some light on the certification for farmers, people traveling with produce. I don't know if that's in your field, and to educate the populace on these things, because there's things going around saying, okay, people cannot travel with food in their cars. I'm from the country and I live in Kingston. I go down to the country, up to the country the weekend, got some stuff coming. The police can stop me and can charge me for the produce that I'm taking back from Western Jamaica up to Kingston. I want you to shed some light on that and the backyard farming and the certification, and I thank you.
All right, so a number of things that you would have mentioned there just now. I'm happy to answer your question. So let me start out with answering your question by saying, in the past, predatory larceny was one of the things that plague agriculture. A man will plant his crop and he goes back to the field and there's nothing there. And persons just drive freely to the market anywhere across the island with these produce. So the bit of law has always been on the books about how you travel with produce. There are some, what we have now is the new Agriculture Produce Act that the Agriculture Protection Branch is acting upon. A law that has always been there before, right? Now, the fact is, persons traveling with produce must know that the law speaks to commercial quantity, right? In a very short order, we'll try to distribute to educate the population on what equates a commercial quantity. There's no way I'm traveling from St. Elizabeth with 100 pounds of tomatoes, 80 pounds of tomatoes, and that is for a household, right? It must be for trade. Now, if you are a backyard farmer, your backyard will not give you that commercial quantity. And if your backyard is giving you that commercial quantity, it means that you now need to get your farmer's ID. And if your family is quite large, it means that you need to get your farmer's ID and the JS receipt book to show that this is your produce. And when the police stop you, they know, because you'd have now been registered with RADA. The police now have a mobile app that we build within RADA for them, that they can go on and see all our farmers. When you buy the receipt book from JS, that is registered in the RADA system. When the police now go on our ABIS, what we call our ABIS platform, via the mobile app that we give the police will see all our farmers. From your farmer ID, they punch in that number From the receipt book, they punch in that number, and we know if you are in receipt of that receipt that you are carrying. Now, you know, if you are, there's no sense in wanting our farmers to be successful if we don't support protecting them and minimizing predatory. You know, I am not easily brought to tears, but I went down the same Westmoreland one morning and saw just bits and maybe the intestine of 4 bulls that the farmer lose the night. And when I saw the farmer and his wife in tears, you know, it brought me to tears, because this is all they have. This is all that those farmers had. And someone or somebody came in the night and took everything, you know. And you know, I pledge myself that I will fight this. And if it's something that I need to do for the rest of my time at RADA, I am going to make sure that I help to fight predatory. So when I hear persons coming out on the TikTok and the different social media network and talk about what the minister did and what the prime minister did, it's so unfair, because what we are trying to do is to protect our farmers, protect Jamaica. There's nothing in the system that will harm a backyard farmer. In fact, we have given out over 5,000 backyard kits last year. This year at Denby, we'll be giving out backyard kits the same way. We're giving out some towers for people to plant in the backyard. We support, we encourage backyard farming, because that in itself will help the economy, will help to put food on person's table. So I hope I answer your question, but we will have no relent on persons who try to steal agricultural produce, who try to put the farmer in a worse situation.
Can I go now, please?
Thank you for answering my question.
I can take two more. I can take 2 more questions.
2 more. Winner and Sparrow. Winner, go ahead and then Sparrow your make them short, please.
Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the service that you're providing. I come from a predominantly farming community. Challenges that are faced is because of logistics. Most of the lands that are available for farming here in hilly interiors, right, where tractors that are provided from RADA cannot help. And we also have an aging population in that area, younger folks, because farming is stigmatized, are not helping, because farming in such area demands a lot of manual labor. What are some of the technologies that RADA plan to help farmers utilize or introduce? Because I know for some of the Asian countries that are in the rural areas, they use a lot of technology to assist in getting these manual labor intensity down in order to produce.
All right, thank you again, sir. I wish if you had said which community this is, so I know how to point.
I want to give away my location.
Okay, all right. So you can always reach out via the WhatsApp number. All right. So we after the hurricane, you know, we would have bought some maybe around 24 watt behind tractors. Those will help with hilly terrain. I know that will be only 2 per parish in some cases. So I think most of our farming, major farming parishes such as Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Clarendon, St. Catherine, St. Anne, those predominantly that carry the bread basket at Jamaica, they would have been given the walk behind tractors. We were able to buy 3 sprayer drones. So those are out there to assist the farmers in applying chemicals to their field. The sprayer drones are now in St. Anne, in Trelawney, and I think Clarendon, and they share with 2 other parishes. So we are planning to get more. What we also recognize from Beryl. We had some drones before. These are surveillance drones. And when we, in Beryl, we were cut off, we use the drones to assess damage of farms. So since then, we would have bought another, I think, around 6 surveillance drones. So at least 10 parishes are equipped with surveillance drones. We are now moving to get more drones as a part of our build-out technology. Whenever other government agency was complaining about communication, RADA had Starlink internet communication. So we were back up the very day after hurricane, could communicate with most of our parish offices. Most of our parish offices, since I've taken over, have been retrofitted with their standby generator, and I'm not talking about some little something now, huge equipment that will run our offices. So these are some of the very simple technologies that we are using for both field work and also for our administrative, because without the administrative area being up and running, we cannot run the field. So our walk behind tractors, our sprayer drones, our knapsack sprayer, which they are now battery driven, our mist blowers, our chicken pluckers. Those are a number of things that we have deployed into the field after hurricane. They are with our parish offices and they do cycle around from the varying farming communities. And there is a system that we put in place that manage these, a digital system that manage the loan of the system for a small fee, of course, because of, you know, that we have to maintain or walk behind tractor, we have to have somebody to service them. So we have to get that kind of thing going.
Very much. And so there's an education campaign for our farmers in those rural areas, right? Where
Yes,
they can purchase, maybe discuss with the government to subsidize some of these at the ports for farmers to get them in.
From time to time, we join with DBJ to talk to our farmers about how they invest in equipment and so forth. Look out for us. We are coming out in communities, and we will be educating our farmers. After Dembe, the RADA Connect will be hitting the road. You know, I want all of you to follow the RADA JM on all the platforms. Follow RADA JM and you'll see what we are doing. You'll be educated on what we are doing, because when you are all educated, if you don't follow us, you don't know. Just like how somebody can come out and talk about backyard gardening. If you follow us, go on our website. Everything about what we are doing is on our website. We try to be as transparent as best as possible. We advertise almost everything that we are doing on Instagram, on Facebook, on our Twitter account. All of them is just RADA JM. Go on and join us and see what we are doing. Follow us, and you can be informed and you can inform others.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Hold on, Munchie. I'm begging you, sir, just begging you. 2 more questions, because these persons were there waiting so long, and they would be so mad at us if they don't get in our question. Could you answer Sparrow and JJ Goat for me, please? I'm begging you.
Absolutely.
Just about 10 more minutes.
That's fine.
Go ahead, Sparrow.
Yeah, man. I'll do
and
that.
JJ Goat. And I think 4161 to find out where he can get some backyard kit from. You can advise him, please and thanks. So go ahead, Sparrow. After Sparrow, it will be JJ Goat, and then we can wrap up.
Good morning to everyone on the platform. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we're here.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. One point to make. I'm just asking the sir to shed some light on it. I thought I was at a meeting. I'm not sure if the parish meeting or the AGM where the minister had said for those distribution of fertilizers in small quantity, strategies were set in place. So RADA should bring the fertilizers into the community instead of them going to RADA to collect it. Was that so? And my next question, I just asked too short. Being that St. Elizabeth is the breadbasket parish for Jamaica, agriculture does not entail just the raw produce, it also entails processing. So if you want to make your jams or jellies, whatever from your agriculture process, you have to go all the way in Kingston to Bureau of Standard. Can there be a central point in the West that we people that do the processing have a better access to the Bureau of Standard?
All right. So let me answer both questions, and thank you for that question. Very important questions.
Thanks for giving me this opportunity.
One, the fertilizer distribution, we have been doing so. We have been going into our different extension areas to give out fertilizer. Right now, we are distributing fertilizer. There's fertilizer at almost all my parish offices, if they're not completely gone yet, because last week I gave the instruction to start distribution of fertilizer that we have out there. The other thing about the processing, we have what we call our processing facilities across the island at our RADA parish office. There's one in St. Elizabeth, there's one in Hanover, there's one in St. Mary, there's one in St. James. Some of them were damaged by the hurricane, and these are very good processing facilities, right? They don't have the state-of-the-art equipment inside here. We are trying to get new equipment, but they do work. We have what we call our home economic and social services team that you can go to our parish office and they help you. When you come to Dembe, visit our booth, spend some time, you will see all the small processors that we have helped. Just last week, Monday, I was in St. Mary, and DBJ, along with RADA, gave out some equipment to some small processors. One of the lady, again, she was so emotional because she got pregnant during last hurricane. And what happened is that she recognized that there was no local baby formula and our baby produce on the local market that was locally made and organic. And she started out her thing in St. Mary. Our team helped her, and she's doing well. I think she called it local picnic, something like that. And there's so much of them I could mention right across the length and breadth of Jamaica. But again, it's about information. Westmoreland have a processing facility. St. James have one. Yes, St. James one was really damaged by hurricane. We are slowly getting it back up because everything takes money. There was tremendous damage to a lot of our facilities, and we are getting them back. Again, we crave your patience with us getting back things together.
So in short order, what you're saying, if you have a processed item, you could take it to the parish, the RADA parish.
And they will guide you. And they will guide you.
Thanks so much.
Cherry, I hear you say you live in Hanover.
JJ.
1 second, Cherry is saying that she live in Hanover and she get no help. Cherry, just go to my Hanover parish office. Mr. Luke is there. Give Mr. Luke your number and I'll get in touch with you, Cherry. I see your thing.
Good afternoon, each and everyone.
JJ, yeah, go ahead.
You guys hearing me?
Yes, right.
Big up yourself, Madam Speaker. You're doing a good work. So I have an important topic that I want to mention pertaining. I am a goat farmer. My farm is in St. Elizabeth. I actually lost my 2 goat house, the roof and everything throughout this time. I have reached out to the RADA office in St. Elizabeth, for assistant. Nothing happened. I have to go ahead and do what I have to do because it is my animal and I have to make sure I do whatever for them. I have lost few animals, and I wanted to say in St. Elizabeth, because after speaking about St. Elizabeth, that there's a lot of work to be done in St. Elizabeth, and that's the honest truth, because there's a lot of corruption being going on in St. Elizabeth, where one family been getting everything, and every time you have to go to that family because that family have someone that work within the office there, and everything that they get, every single thing, everything that they don't deserve, they get. And I think that's very unfair for the other farmers. And I think there's a lot to be looked into in that office, because we as the farmer, majority of the people been complaining, we don't get anything. And most of the people that get, they just one set of people been getting. And from that farm, I don't get anything from RADA. Nothing, absolutely nothing, and I do apply.
All right. So before I answer your question, Molly, I see you're about asking to talk about the farmers insurance. I'll do that. But sir, honestly, I must tell you, it's the first time I hear about this sort of thing from my St. Elizabeth office. It's one of the office, I must tell you, very, very true, that I pride in their both the leadership of the parish manager and the deputy parish managers. They are two stand-up guys. So of course, I'm going to ask you also, go down Monday morning to your parish office if you can. Speak to Mr. Mark Lee. Mr. Mark Lee, he is, or Mr. Jermaine Wilson. He is the parish manager and deputy parish manager. Ask them to give me a call immediately, and we all three of us will have a conversation on this matter and see how we can alleviate the problem. If I can't go Monday, just go over and set a date and we'll have a phone conversation, something that I do often with three-way. I'm so sorry that you would have faced this kind of situation. It's really concerning to hear that distributions are going to one individual household. I don't know how possible that is, but of course, every matter that comes to my desk, I must investigate as best as possible and see how we can, set things right. There's a lot of things to do. So go down Monday or Tuesday. And yes, Jermaine Wilson is our deputy parish manager, and our parish manager is Mr. Mark Lee. If you go on our RADA website, you will see all of these information. Who's your parish manager? And again, I'm going to try to, since I'm having this chat with the group, I'm going to try to send out information on the different parish managers and deputy parish manager. I think that would cover your question. Oh, the insurance that somebody asks about, it's a GK Weather Protect. Just go to your parish office and ask them to sign you up for the GK Weather Protect. Wherever you follow us and wherever you see our RADA Connect, GK is always there. And for sure, you can insure. It is the right time to do your insurance now. I just want to add one more thing, Madam Speaker. It would be remiss of me to leave without advising our farmers here. Start to save on your water. Start to collect your water. Start to make sure, if you listen to the international weather report, we are heading into a serious dry season. We are heading into a serious dry season, and we are out there advising our farmers to make sure that they not only conserve, they start to harvest rainwater, save on their water. Look here, farmers, I tell people, I am of the new information about farming. This business, when you go out there and put on your sprinkler and just say water. The average plant needs 3 millimeters of water per day. You don't need to go out there and find out from your RADA officer, if I'm planting tomatoes and I'm planting 1 acre of tomato, how much water will it take from start to finish? We have that information. We have what we call an on-farm water management unit headed by Mr. Everton Lawrence. He is packed with information. Our agronomy department headed by Mr. Loxley Waits. He is packed with information. As long as you go to your RADA parish office, ask for these names. They are based in Kingston, but you set appointment and they will more than be happy to come out to you, right? So conserve on your water, know how much water your plants need, don't over irrigate. Make sure, because we are heading into a dry
Thank you,
season.
CEO. I think Chopper have a question, but CEO, these are some of the things that we want the local representative in the parish to be doing. They need to go into the communities and speak to the farmers. Because remember, some of the farmers are aged people. Them don't really have social media, and them every morning them wake up 3 o'clock and them gone to them farm. So some of the people that sitting at the local office is doing nothing. They can head to St. Andrew and talk to some of the farmers, and not make sure you inform them of what is coming, what is going on, and keep them up to date. And that is where accountability come in, because some of them not doing anything. And as it relates to what JJ said, CEO, all of that once you have a digitized system, that will eliminate that problem, because every time you give somebody something, it is recorded in the database. Whoever distributes it, them sign digitally, and you will see who are the persons that are getting, and some people not getting. So digitize the system, bring in the relevant personnel between you and the minister, digitize it. That's what the Jamaican people want. And another thing, are you aware that some people have a RADA ID and they don't have a farm? A lot of people have a ID and them don't have a farm. How did that happen?
I can't speak to it. I know that in every system there are anomalies, and we are trying to clean up the anomalies that are in the system. And that is one of the reasons we are going digital with a lot of our systems to make them work better. Again, I crave your patience to try to get our system clean. And being as I have to run, I want to thank you all for your interest. And this is what makes our country great.
Chopper, you wanted to say something?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Madam Speaker. Go ahead, Chopper.
All right. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Edmondson, for the opportunity to sort of clarify and educate at the same time. I think it's an important conversation. And it is commendable, because not every CEO or persons who are in charge of entities that has direct impact on the country would want to stop by and interact at the level that you just did. So I wanted to say thank you for that, because it really and truly opens up the eyes. And one of the reasons why I think it's important is because I would have heard you on the radio station emphasizing on a lot of the things that you shared here. And I know that if the persons here heard that interaction, some of the questions that they have, they would have answered those questions. So for you to come here and to spend more than an hour going through what RADA has done and what RADA continues to do, I have to commend you, sir. I appreciate it. And I hope that you won't make this your last stop. I think you should make the rounds and in the social media space, because the misinformation machine is well oiled, sir. The misinformation machine is well oiled, and the only thing that can counter it is when we have information from persons like you, who sits at the helm, and when you speak, I don't think anybody can second guess what you are saying. Yeah, and I think so. I wanted to commend you on that, and also to personally say thank you.
Yeah, man. You're most welcome.
Another question, Mr. CEO. 416 is asking, where can you get the backyard kit if you have any?
All right, so
go to Denby.
Just and use up our WhatsApp number that I saw a number of persons reposting it in the group. Again, let me just close out by saying thank you all for listening to me, and be very kind with your comments. I really appreciate it, because it's not many times that you go out in a in a group, and that's why a lot of CEOs shy away from talking, because persons can be so unkind. But these are the things that will make our country grow. And as I tell you, I'm very jealous of our other Caribbean nations who are moving agriculture forward. And it is my wish to move agriculture forward in Jamaica. So thank you again. And anytime you want me, as long as I have the time, I will stop by to share information with you. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Edmund. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for coming.
Okay.
Munchie,
Very much.
I hope,
Yes.
I hope that interaction answers some of the questions and concerns that you had.
Yes, it did, Chopper.
yes,
So me,
it
so
did.
me calm down and me calm. So me that eat me that boil a while ago.
Chopper quiet down.
Yes, man. So me pot boil down nicely and see my Chopper. You hear me voice, so it calm.
So we established there's
Good.
all this thing about rather type of people food is a propaganda, right? And
Yeah, man,
stop
all of
backyard
that.
farming.
The minister
And
did
you know what is
correct.
good?
Correct.
What is good about this particular interaction is that it is not coming from a political representative.
Yes.
Yeah?
Right,
It is
right,
important.
And it's not a second-hand source. either.
Right, you're getting it from the person who heads RADA. This is not some guy down in the street who claim that they're and they claim so them have somebody who work there. You know the social
Maxi
media
too bad.
there. So and that is what we need to do. We need to start get the information from the persons
Yes.
who have
Papa,
the
could you
information
work your magic
and
on
not
it?
just from opinion.
Chopper, could we get the CEO?
Sorry?
Could we get the Chopper? Could we get the CEO of UE? You know him to call him to.
No, but you
Well,
can't.
I
But
think
you
so,
can't. You remember, say you know what? Remember, some bar from over here. You know.
Yeah, you're back from where? I know who
Remember
bring you
that.
on who are the other back. You're right. You're right. The one I'm not
Exactly.
There's
here.
something else.
You're right.
Munchie, there's something else you have to bear in mind about the CEO of you, though. Remember, there's an ongoing case.
No, I'm not talking
So you
about
can't
no
even speak
case
to
at
it.
all. I'm not talking about Jack then. My concern is not about Jack then. Reason I
So
don't
what is that
say
you
you
want
make
from UE? What is that you want from UE?
I don't even want Yui per se. It's not even about Yui Chopper. I was just saying that when I come back like couple days and move back to the health sector. I am so happy with the minister performance right now and the accountability mechanism in place. I just want to say that the CEO now are them under fire now because of what they're not doing. And the Jamaican people finally moving their mindset, Chopper, and their brain and start thinking. Because minister don't run day to day running off no
Exactly,
ministry.
and that is
even
what-
with Fly Green and the RADA. I really the RADA boss we talk to and most of the
There
things
you
that I was
go.
complaining about, the RADA
There
boss
you go.
actually say he's putting those things in place because he's aware. The
And that's one of the
accountability
reasons-
mechanism, the transparency mechanism, he know look on the fertilizer thing. Fertilizer has been distributed and we don't hear no corruption. So actually
is
I am
why-
very happy.
That's why I made the effort to get a hold of him, because I know, listening to you guys earlier, that some of the things that you had concerns about, I know that those are things that he's been implementing.
Yes.
So, sometimes we have some
Host, you can take me down. Thanks.
sometimes
no
we have
problem.
some genuine concerns,
Yes.
And but because we don't know whether or
Yeah.
not these things are being addressed,
Mhm.
we lament on them. But the truth, if we just get the clarification, we'll put ourselves in a better position. It's a
I
good
am very
discussion. I'm
happy
happy
with
we
the
had it.
contribution, Chop, because I have been complaining about RADA for months now. Anybody follow me know say anytime I eat shit, me start cuss RADA. I'm not happy, but just by listening to Mr. Edmund, me can see that there are changes, they will make changes, and they are aware of the problem, and they will put mechanism in place to fix the biggest problem that we have, which is the people immunized system, where just awful and greedy and a sabotage government and want central government to look bad. So I am very happy with the CEO of RADA. Very happy. Me can reach RADA now. to be honest. Can reach RADA.
Mr. Edban have to run out quick and here. We are ball out and I tell minister, say, minister, get rid of everybody up there, sir.
Stop. I like when me do that. Stop. I like when me do that.
Mr. Headman have to come out and say, no, man, no, we are fix it. But I'm so happy because a lot of the information you know, that we didn't have. We got it this morning, and
we
I'm
have a
so
WhatsApp
happy.
number. In the comment section, please use up the WhatsApp number.
Right,
farmers.
Michelle?
Use up
See
the
you run
WhatsApp
out fast.
Basically, if the people and go at the Manchester office and them are getting attitude, they can just go in a rather group and go ball out and say, Mr. CEO.
The CEO, they have WhatsApp number to communicate with him and tell him not concern about the Manchester Municipal Corporation. Because we know that is one of the most corrupt one ever. The RADA office in Manchester is the most corrupt. The municipal corporation overall is corrupt under the leadership of Mayor Mitchell and Councillor Mario and the other rest of one them. Pure corruption. So if you go to the RADA office, you're not getting anywhere, use this WhatsApp number and contact the CEO and the parish CEO of put things in place. We're gonna fix it. Remember, we're in our third term, we have the political capital, we have to use it to fix these low-hanging fruit. Because when election time come, local government come, these are some of the things that the people will be voting on. The farmers will be voting on how they were treated by RADA. They will be voting about the road. They will be voting about water. They will be voting about electricity. Those are the things that we will be voting on. So we have to fix them before election. I don't want you to talk about how we can't fix it because PNP. We have to fix it. What is the email address? That's right, the email address. And she have the screen recording and everything. We're gonna post it, guys. I'm gonna open the right.
Yes. That mean me ask somebody to screen record some of the things that we can get to send it out the road there. Just to advise you guys that my town crier venture, I completed it yesterday. We covered all of northern